Petrol bombs were hurled at police in Athens as Greeks on Friday went on strike in nationwide protests marking the second anniversary of the country's deadliest train crash. 57 people were killed when a passenger train collided with a freight train on February 28, 2023 in central Greece. The accident is a painful emblem of the perceived neglect of Greece's infrastructure in the decades before the crash and the 2 years since. In one of the biggest demonstrations in Greece in years, public services and many private businesses, including all international and domestic flights, were brought to a halt. Across the country, people poured into the streets chanting "murderers" against what they say is the state's role in the disaster. In front of Parliament in Athens' Syntagma Square, the names of the dead were spray-painted in red on the ground.
We feel anger. It's anger that prevails right now for the fact that 57 souls lost their lives unfairly, for the profits of the few. That's why we're here today.
The government denies wrongdoing. The Athens protest was peaceful until hooded youths hurled petrol bombs at police and tried to storm the barricades of the Parliament building. Riot police fired tear gas and water cannon as clashes then spread into the surrounding neighbourhoods. More than 80 people were detained and 5 injured in Athens alone, authorities said. Clashes also broke out in Greece's second city, Thessaloniki. Safety gaps that caused the crash have not been filled 2 years on, a state inquiry found on Thursday. A separate judicial investigation remains unfinished and no one has been convicted in the accident. Greece's government, which won re-election after the crash in 2023, has faced repeated criticisms by victims' families for refusing a parliamentary inquiry into political responsibility. Protesters on Friday say they have waited too long.
We want to send a message to the government and employers that we will not tolerate any more going to work and not knowing if we're going to get back home alive.
The government says it is up to the judiciary to investigate the accident. Next week, Parliament is expected to debate whether to investigate possible political blame for the disaster.